This is Giza's temperament evaluation from Gold Diamond Pup.
Giza, male.
So this tester for Giza's temperament evaluation is Sarah, and our tester dog is Fergie. The reason why we use Fergie as our tester dog is because she actually doesn't really care for the puppies. As you will see later on in this video, she doesn't care to be around them, and she is technically a stranger dog to them. That attitude is really helpful for us because I want to see how our puppies do going up to another dog, not expecting another dog to come and be friends with them. And so here you can see Giza has a little bit of a more assertive way of going up to dogs. He's not timid with them. He's not necessarily submissive. You know, we would expect him to crawl on his belly. No, he was a little bit more assertive with the dogs. But he didn't necessarily go up to the dog before the human. So I would say he has more of a human focus than a dog focus. As he went up to the tester, he was kind of the same energy with the tester as he was with the dog. His assertiveness was just a little bit more than medium, I would say, but I'm going to classify him as medium because majority of the time he has a very respectful energy when he meets somebody, and when he's, you know, out and about. So I don't see him as a strongly assertive type of dog. So here you can see his prey drive is pretty high. I think I'm going to classify him as high prey drive just because I think his confident level kind of goes hand in hand with that too. He doesn't seem to be too afraid of things. He's willing and ready to play, willing and ready to chase things. His mind is kind of on it. Just that to me makes me feel like his confident level is high as well.
Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Go get it now. Or you just want this one? Good boy. Good boy.
So here, as we can see, he's not necessarily giving in totally to the touch. He does like to be touched. He does like to be held. The tester says he's not really as comfortable. I can't remember the exact words that she was saying, but basically he's not necessarily liking it as much as, you know, some of the high touch tolerant dogs that we have seen. So I'm going to score him as medium touch tolerant, but that just means, you know, he might be a little temperamental at times. Maybe when someone's petting him, he might just get up and get out of the way. He did not growl, he did not bite, he did not chew on her, so I have no reason to believe that he would be a low touch tolerance. I think that with a normal, loving home, he's probably going to love to be cuddled, and all of that would be his jam. So
It's literally just chasing my hand.
Okay, so here we're going to do the sight sensitivity test. And just as a baseline, we aren't actually testing to see whether or not they are afraid. They will be startled because it is something that's unknown to them. What we are testing is if once they are afraid, how do they handle being afraid, and how well do they bounce back from that? What is their confident level in it, and just basically how stressed they become over something that's unknown to them. As you can see here, I mean, he wasn't happy about it. Even that little head shake kind of makes me feel like he was just like, no, I don't like this. It was displeasing to him. But I also don't think that he is, he wasn't very stressed out through it. He just kind of did his own thing, and he just moved on with his life. So. They're getting ready to do the sound sensitivity test, but here, as he is playing with this duck, as funny as it is, I'm watching him as he shakes it, and that is another sign of a high prey drive. So he definitely fits in the higher prey drive area. Okay, so here's where we do the sound sensitivity test, just similar to the sight sensitivity. We aren't looking for whether or not he gets scared. We're looking for how he responds when he is scared. He's clearly trying to evaluate what's going on. I like that here you'll see the tester, she grabs the toy and she's moving it around to try to get him in. As much as he was kind of toy driven earlier, you can tell that he's still just a little shook up about the sound.
Now he's hiding behind me. It's okay, good boy. Go ahead. He's not super interested in the toys anymore. Keeps going behind me.
So it has taken him a little bit longer than expected to kind of recover. So this specific testing is why we do this. We would originally be able to say, oh yeah, he has some sound sensitivity, but as you can see here, I mean, she's trying toys, she's tried to coax him, she's tried to pet him, and he's still just a little bit shook up about it. So that will move him up in his sensitivity for sound. I'd say he's definitely more sound sensitive than he is sight sensitive. He's starting to come out of it a little bit more, which is good because we're going to move on to the tender-hearted test, and that can be somewhat traumatic. So the fact that he was a little shooken up already would make me feel like he might not perform well on the tender-hearted test if she couldn't get him to at least acknowledge a toy and get out of that a little bit. So it looks like he's doing better in this part of the test, so I think she's going to move on now. Okay, so now this part of the test is the tender-hearted test, and obviously this is where the tester throws himself down and kind of has a fit and starts freaking out and making noises. We evaluate a lot in this part of the test. Right here, what we're looking for is we're looking for a pup to see how they respond to the stress of somebody freaking out. Now, the fact that he was pretty shooken up about the sound stuff, I would kind of expect him to run away. But right now he's actually showing signs of being very tenderhearted. When a dog goes underneath the tester's face or lays across their body to try to stop them from reacting, or lay across their leg, that just shows me that he does have some tenderhearted in him, that he wasn't even necessarily trying to take responsibility for it. He just went right to work to help the tester out. Again, this is a stranger to him. This isn't somebody that he's built a relationship with, that he feels the need to do these types of saving with. So okay, so just to go over his test with you, I said that his human assertiveness was about a medium. I didn't feel that he was disrespectful in any way of how he approached a human. His confidence level is pretty high. I would say that it's on the low end of high. His motivation level, I would say, is also high. His nerve strength resilience is also a higher end of the medium, or low end to the high. Touch tolerance, I'm going to say that he's in a medium for. Energy level, he's also in the medium for. Sound sensitivity, obviously, he had a little bit more reaction than what I would expect. Still not as high as somebody who, a pup that would have a really high sensitivity. So I'm gonna still say that he's a medium high. For sound sensitivity, sight sensitivity is going to be a low to medium. Prey drive, he definitely has. I think he is more human focused than pack driven. His tenderhearted, I think that he's highly tenderhearted. Dog friendliness was a neutral to assertive. And then I also put in his notes that if his owners invested in training, he would have a high probability that he would not only enjoy it, but he would excel. He is the kind of pup that I think would do amazing in a regular course of obedience training. Mostly because of the fact that he had such good workability and motivational skills, that he would want to do those things and feel good about doing it. So whoever ends up taking him home, I think that that would be something I would highly encourage for you to add to your life with him, is tricks, training, anything like that.